Audi has a long history of performance models, stretching back to the original Audi Quattros of the 1970s, the S2 models of the 80s, and the RS2 Avant of the 90s. In fact, the S and RS designations have always been synonymous with high-performance Audi cars. The latest model to join that illustrious fraternity is this car, the S5 Sportback. In current generation terms, the S5 Sportback joins some pretty illustrious siblings, including the latest S4, the S5, the S5 Cabriolet, and the upcoming RS5. So, who will buy an S5 Sportback? Well, given the so-called five-door coupe's elegance, the S5 Sportback is aimed at those drivers who enjoy the car's combination of understated visuals linked to the thoroughbred underpinnings of a true performance machine. In other words, this is not a car for posers. The Sportback shape remains an acquired taste, although it's not quite as controversial as BMW's chunky 5 Series GT. The silhouette promises wind-cheating aerodynamics, and it does stand out from the crowd. The front treatment is unmistakably Audi, complete with trademark single-frame grille, clear-lensed xenon headlights, and striking daytime running lights. In true S tradition, the S5 model is easily distinguished from more conventional derivatives thanks to its front splitter, lower air intakes, and deeper integrated front bumper. In profile, the extended sills emphasize the car's lower crouched stance, while the brushed aluminium exterior mirrors add a further exclusive touch. From behind, the 4 exhaust tailpipes underscore the presence of the more pronounced apron and the larger bumper. The subtle sweep of the boot spoiler contributes additional athletic appeal, while the large spoked alloy wheels fill the wheel arches to the brim. The sporty exterior of the S5 Sportback is echoed inside the cabin, where the red and black upholstery is a welcome departure from Audi's normal monochromatic norm. And considering the upmarket positioning of this vehicle, there's a lot of standard kit as well. The front bucket seats are electrically adjustable and provide both decent comfort and excellent support. A grippy steering wheel with multifunction controls frames the analog instrument dials, while clearly arranged switchgear makes for intuitive operation. Audi's MMI control system is combined with a compact but clear color display and affords simple access to most of the S5's key functions and features. While the standard sound system is decent enough, our test car was fitted with a superb but expensive B&O audio system. And yes, as we've come to expect of all current Audis, interior build quality is flawless. The S5 Sportback shares its powertrain with the S4 sedan, and that's not a bad thing. The compact all-aluminium V6 has a 3-litre capacity, and it's supercharged to provide instant lashings of power and torque regardless of altitude. Maximum power here 245 kilowatts, maximum torque 440 newton meters. Our test car was fitted with Audi's latest 7-speed S-tronic dual-clutch gearbox, which combines silky smooth operation with an instant incisive shift action. Shift paddles on the steering column behind the steering wheel make for an even more intuitive driving experience. Unlike the S4 and the V8-powered S5, the S5 Sportback isn't necessarily a track animal, but it's still fast and agile enough to be evaluated on track like the Kyalami Grand Prix circuit. And almost against our expectations, the car really came into its own here, showing off its performance heritage in no uncertain terms. It should come as no surprise that the S5 Sportback is no slouch when it comes to straight line speed. The 0 to 100 time here, 5.4 seconds top speed, governed to 250 kilometers an hour. The Quattro 4-wheel drive means that there's lots of grip, a little bit of understeer at the absolute limits, and the steering, which initially feels too light, actually loads up quite nicely. Ride quality, as we've come to expect of Audi, is taut and even uncompromising, especially on bumpy roads. The low-profile tyres play a part in this too. However, the upside is unequivocal chassis feedback, ensuring close communication between car and driver. Most drivers of the S5 Sportback won't be too concerned about fuel consumption, but for the record, the modern supercharged V6 is an efficient unit and will return a combined cycle fuel consumption figure of 9.5 litres per 100, or that's what Audi claims. The problem is that this is a car that begs to be driven with enthusiasm. Our test unit only managed 13.7 litres per 100 during our testing, which is still pretty good for a performance car. Of all the S cars in the current Audi stable, the S5 Sportback is probably the most understated. It's also spacious and versatile thanks to its 4-door layout and that large tailgate. And it doesn't have any shortages as far as luxuries are concerned either. But most of all, this is a true S car, and that's because of that V6 supercharged engine. Yes, the S5 Sportback is more expensive than the S4 and slightly dearer than the S5 Coupe, but for the money you get one car that wears many hats, and all of them most convincingly indeed. The star of the technical show is the supercharged V6, which delivers its ample urge smoothly and effortlessly. Quattro adds vital traction, and the S-tronic gearbox allows rapid gear shifts. The looks may be too understated for some, and the ride quality is compromised on poorer road surfaces, but this is one of the most complete and thus most satisfying S-cars in the Audi stable.